Hi, I'm Holly from Flow Movement Therapy, where I help you restore your body's factory settings by helping you move better. Today we're talking about heel strike, and many of you have discussed why it is that you may be having a really rough heel strike, or you may not understand exactly why we need to strike our heel the way it is. So first off, I'm going to talk about our heel strike and why we have what we have. Now, if we look at the shape of our heel bone, we can see that it's designed with a curved shape to it to facilitate some of the things that we want to do. So when I strike the heel on the ground, we want to strike as far back as we can and as far on the outside of that bone as we can, because as you can see, there is a curve to that bone. There is a curve to the shape of the bone that helps us roll along the back of the heel and roll towards the inside of your foot. So the shape of the bone itself facilitates us to get to what we call a pronation shape, where your arches are all dropped down on the ground. Now our heel is designed to get us to the best possible pronation we can if we strike in the way it's designed to allow us to do that. And that would be striking on the back and outside of that heel, and then rolling through to the inside and forward part of that heel. So we're going to talk about how to strike your heel in order to facilitate that good pronation shape. So a good heel strike looks like this. We have the outside of my heel, so just like on the anatomy example, is on the outside of the heel. It is also as far back on the heel as we can. So we want to be as far back and as far outside on your heel so that it can go from this back outside towards the front for your pronation. So it can facilitate with gravity and momentum moving from the back to the front. So for our heel strike, what we want to practice is being able to get our weight over there, but only the bottom half of our body. Our anatomy is designed to sort of try things out and see how it goes before we fully commit to that leg. So the first thing we want to do is be able to shift our pelvis over while we keep our chest still. And that will allow us to send our weight and our leg over so that the part that strikes is the far outside of your heel. So getting used to being able to shift your pelvis over and letting the pelvis go outside of the leg will, allow you to get the weight onto the outside of your heel. So the first thing I would recommend is the ability to shift your weight over onto that side. The second one is the ability to lift your toes up and get your weight in your feet towards the back of your heels. Because if we can make that shape, if we're able to get the weight into the back outside of our heel, then we're able to get our weight back as far as we can when we strike our heel. So those are two things that we want to be able to do well. Get your weight to the outside and get your weight to the back. So I would practice those two things. The other component is that people talk about a really heavy heel strike. Now our body is designed to be able to detect when the floor is there and when it's not. We have something like 100,000, 200,000 nerve endings in your feet. Now there's a reason we have so many nerve endings, because we need to find the floor and know what it is that we're feeling on the floor. If we're not able to feel the floor, maybe because we've lost sensation in our heel, perhaps because the footwear you're wearing is really, really cushy and you have to hit the floor harder just to find it, and just to get the feedback your nervous system is asking to say, is the floor there or not? Because I'm not sending my weight there if it's not there. So if you have gotten used to walking in shoes that give you a lot of cushion in your heels, and your nervous system is used to seeking the floor by banging your heel into the ground, then you're going to start having really heavy heel strikes on the ground. We want to be able to slow that down by sending your pelvis and not the rest of your body. We don't want to send our whole body into the heel. We want to send the bottom half and then slowly roll into fully committing onto that leg. So I would recommend being able to shift, being able to move your foot pressures backwards, and then being able to transition into more minimal type of shoes so that your body can get back into this kind of movement that it needs to do instead of bang, bang, trying to find the ground again. So I hope that's helpful for you with understanding heel strike, why we strike the way we do, and how to get yourself back into a good heel strike again.